Hello, in this lesson we will be talking about equation of a circle. Basically, we want to see how the equation of a circle will look like, and then in what cases, for what type of equations, when you plot the points and connect them, you end up with a circle. We already covered curves or graphs defined by the equation y equal to x squared and y equal to 3x. This was a straight line and this was a parabola. Now we look at equation which looks like this: x squared plus y squared equal to a number, a positive number on the right hand side of your equality sign. You want to see what this is going to look like. First of all, what is the difference between this equation and this one and this one? The first thing you would notice here, y is the subject. In other words, y is on its own on the left hand side, both in this one and in this one. But we don't have the case here. Here, y is not on the left-hand side on its own, but you have x squared and y squared and then added together to become a number, in this case 9. And the other difference between this and this, here you have y squared, but in both of these you have only y itself. It's not y squared here. As always, we can make a table of values based on the equation and then plot them, connecting them together, then will give us the curve that we have. To do so, let's make a table of values for this. If you did that, what I've done here, I've made an x row showing the x values, starting from -3 going all the way. You have -3, -2, -1 going up by 1. 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then substituting each x value in this equation to find the y values. So if you substitute -3 here, that's going to be -3 squared. -3 squared is 9. So 9 plus y squared is 9. That means y squared must be 0 or y must be 0. If you substitute -2, I've given an example of how to make calculations for that. If you substitute -2, you if you substitute -2 for x, then that's your equation. Replace x with -2, but because it's a negative, put it in a bracket and square it. Plus, so that's x squared, which is -2 squared, plus y squared equal to 9. -2 squared is 4, so 4 plus y squared equals to 9. And take 4 from both sides of the equation. So if you take 4 from this side, this 4 will disappear. You end up with only y squared. And if you take 4 away from 9, you end up with 5. Now we know y squared is 5, so that means y is the square root of 5, but you got to take both positive and negative, because both negative and positive numbers, when squared, they will give you the same number. And if you use your calculator for square root of 5, you get 2.24. So you get negative 2.24 and you get positive 2.24. You got to put both of them in your answer. So that's why when I've put here minus 2, I've put for y minus 2.24 and 2.24. And I've repeated that for all of the rest. And I've written the answer to 2 decimal places where required. For example, when x is 1, y is going to be minus 2.83 and y is 2.83, both of them. Okay, so that's another difference with the other equations we had. For any x value, you're going to have 2 y values here. Okay, here, except for this one, which you have only 1 y value, and for 3, which you have only 1 y value. The rest are all 2 y values. Okay, so this means the point on my graph is minus 3 for x and 0 for y. This means the point on the graph for me is minus 2 for x, minus 2.24 for y, that's 1 point. The other point is again minus 2 for x, but 2.24 for y. Here, again, that defines 2 points on the graph for me. X is minus 1, y is 2.83, and x is minus 1, and y is minus 2.83. And it continues like that. So we can complete the table. Once we completed the table and we sketch them on a graph, we get these points, which are shown as dots. So for example, when x was 3, y was 0. That's 3, 0. And when x was 0, y was 3. And these are all the other points in between. When x was 1, y was 2. Y was 2.83 and minus 2.83. So that is y 2.83, that is y minus 2.83. Both of them has got an x of 1. So 1 and y is 2.83, x is again 1, and y is minus 2.83. So once you connect all these points together, you get the circle. Let's look at a couple of examples. Example 1, what will be the graph of the equation x squared plus y squared equal to 16? One thing also I should tell you, so this we found out that it makes a circle, this equation, but each circle has got one radius and has got one center. The center of a circle is always going to be the origin if your equation is in this form. So the center of your circle is the origin. Then what about the radius? Radius, as you can see, it is 3. So that is the square root of the number 9. So whatever you have on your right hand side, the square root of that is your radius. So generally, if you have an equation in the form of x squared plus y squared equal to r squared, that defines a circle where your center is at the origin and your radius is square root of r squared, which is just r. Okay, now if we go and have a look at some examples, example 1, what will be the graph of the equation x squared plus y squared equal to 16? Find its y and x intercepts and sketch the graph. Alright, we already know that any equation in this form is a circle, so this will be a circle. And we know that the center will be origin, so center at the origin, and we know its radius will be square root of 16. Square root of 16 is 4. So I've got a circle with center at the origin and a radius of 4. So I graph that, a circle, center, origin, and radius 4. As you can see, it crosses the x-axis at 4, y-axis at 4, and x-axis again at -4, and y-axis again at -4. So what is your x-intercept? It is 4 and -4. X-intercept means where it crosses the x-axis. And y-intercepts are 4 and -4. Example 2, write the equation of a circle with a radius of 5 units centered at the origin. So this time around, we want the equation of a circle which has a radius of 5 units and is centered at the origin. So we already know that the equation should be in this form: x squared plus y squared equal to r squared. The only thing we need is r squared. And r squared means radius squared. Radius is 5, so we square 5 to get 25. Then our answer is x squared plus y squared is equal to 25. Thank you for your attention.